Hello, welcome to Update Friday, where I'll talk about the latest VR and AR news of the last 2 weeks. I'm your host Cass, and we got a pretty bizarre one this week, a VR-ready console with a chicken heater, which everyone thought was fake, but could actually be real. And of course, we got VR game news, holiday sales, and some awesome hardware updates. But before we dive into the news, I wanted to wish you all a Merry Christmas. 2020 has been a strange year, and it has been challenging for many people. Unfortunately, it's not over yet, like our country just went into another lockdown, but we're in this together and we'll get through this together. So hang on everyone, stay safe, and most importantly, stay healthy. On the other hand, at least we got the internet and VR now to stay in contact and have things to do that distract us. This year was a pretty volatile year for the VR industry. We got games like Half-Life Alyx and more affordable hardware like the Quest 2. And it allowed the industry to grow. This reflects on the channel too. We've grown at least over 50,000 subscribers in just 1 year. We're now one big family, and there are almost no words for how grateful we are for you. So thank you so much, and we hope to keep bringing you these videos for many years to come. Now let's get started and join me for episode 5 of Update Friday. First of all, let's talk about probably the most treasured game of a VR gamer, Half-Life Alyx. It got selected as GameSpot's Game of the Year of 2020. It competed with other excellent games like Final Fantasy VII Remake, Demon's Souls, and The Last of Us 2, but GameSpot found that Half-Life Alyx excels in quality, innovation, enjoyment, and that the game pushes the medium forward as something wholly unique. And as a totally not biased person, I wholeheartedly agree. So big congrats to Valve, and a big thanks from us VR consumers for giving us this incredible game this year. Can you even believe it only came out this year? But while we talk about Valve, do you remember them teasing us that they are releasing more VR games? They promised us 3 in total, and now rumors have surfaced about the next Valve VR game. The YouTube channel Valve News Network thinks Valve's next game has the codename Citadel and could be an asymmetric multiplayer game where VR players play with or against PC players. An asymmetric game is where one player or multiple players play the game differently from others. So what could be in Citadel is that a player could get a top-down view of the map with the ability to spawn enemies, while the other players will be fighting the enemies from up close. And yes, that is all that we know for now, and we don't know if this is really going to be the next Valve game, but the YouTube channel has been correct about these things in the past, so who knows? Microsoft Flight Simulator's VR mode has also been released for the public as a free update to those who bought the game. This allows any open XR compliant headset, so basically every Steam VR headset and Quest 2 with Link, to play the game in its whole in VR. Not only that, they've made a bunch of updates to the game like snow and ice coverage just in time for Christmas. Although to keep in mind, this game needs a pretty beefy PC for good frame rates. I've yet to get my flight stick out for this because of Christmas, but I'm looking forward to crashing in my hometown this weekend. There's more. Gravity Sketch is going free on all platforms to all individual users on January 25th, 2021. This is a full 3D design and collaboration tool that you can use with a VR headset. I'm not sure if you've ever tried drawing in VR, but it's such a cool thing to create something in open space, which feels more straightforward than using a keyboard and mouse, as it just feels much more intuitive. So if you haven't tried it yet, then next month may be a good time for you. Medal of Honor Above and Beyond also came out, but there were a lot of critique. We had them ourselves too and summarized. I recommend the game, but I would wait for a sale. If you missed our review, I will put a link below. However, I thought it is worth mentioning that the developers have been working hard on updates based on community feedback. Things that have been added that affect some of our feedback as well are, for example, smooth turning, NPC eye logic improvements, and even full view few sniper scopes. The minimum specs are also lowered, and that is possible because of new video options and optimizations, and I think it's cool to see this kind of support from the devs. So onto hardware, and this is probably the strangest thing you will see today or ever in the gaming console market. This is the KF console. It's described as forged from the fires of the KFC ovens and built by Cooler Master from the ground up. It is basically a computer in console format with an Intel processor. To be specific, the Intel NUC 9 Extreme Compute element. It also has a hot swappable GPU slot and it's VR ready. Includes ray tracing, can handle 240 FPS with up to 240 Hz output on 4K display. And it uses the system's natural heat and airflow system to, well, heat chicken. Yes, this console has a built-in chicken chamber. I know, this seems like a joke and everyone, including me, thought it was a marketing stunt as this was revealed straight after the PS5 review. However, KFC Gaming made another announcement this week saying that the console wars are over and now it is much more confusing as it seems real. Articles have been popping up about it, plus Cooler Master now has this landing page, so I don't know, it kind of looks delicious and I'm quite curious about it now. Of course, we don't know what the price will be and it's most likely going to be expensive. On the Cooler Master page it says that an Intel NUC 9 could be the 9th generation and it looks like that that one is at least around $1,400 US. So does that mean that this console will also be very expensive? We don't know yet, but I do think that this would be a pretty bizarre marketing stunt just to get people to eat more chicken. So what do you think about the KF console? Do you think it is real, and if the price is reasonable, would you pick something like this up? Let me know in the comments below. We also got some news from Oculus. They are shipping the Elite straps again, but this time with an extended warranty of 2 years, but they will give you a free replacement if it snaps for you. So if this happens to you, you can contact Oculus support for assistance. Not a bad deal since we think it helps a lot with comfort. Then we also got a new Quest 2 accessory from Anker. This is a charging dock with magnetic USB-C connectors that make it effortless to start charging. You will need to use the included rechargeable batteries and attach the custom battery cover, but then you only need to set the headset and controllers down to make sure it has enough battery for your next VR session. At the time of making this video though, the dock is already out of stock like every Quest 2 accessory, but this will be back in stock on January 22nd. Now, one last piece of Oculus news. Facebook has cut the Oculus Rift S price by $100, and this is a record low at $299 US and is now in line with the Quest 2. However, honestly, I cannot recommend the Rift S anymore since it has been discontinued and support for it is basically non-existent now. Plus, the Quest 2 is better in many factors now, especially with the Oculus Link bitrate upgrade. But January is almost here, so CES 2021 is around the corner. Of course, we already have leaked images of interesting hardware, and as it seems like, augmented reality will get a lot of attention next year. Like Lenovo may be coming with their version of AR glasses. This was leaked by Walking Cat on Twitter, who is a known leaker. You know, they were also the ones who reviewed images of the Quest 2 headset before it was released, so not a lot of info is out yet on the Lenovo glasses except for these images where we can see the Think Reality logo. Think Reality is the Lenovo Enterprise department for AR and VR applications. Looking at these images, it also seems likely that these glasses can be tethered to a computing unit, like maybe a smartphone. In these images you can see the sensors that sit behind the glasses. There are volume buttons at the right and a large nose piece seems to keep the glasses off your face. And Lenovo isn't the only company looking into AR. NuEyes, a smart glass technology company based in California, have launched AR glasses called the NuEyes Pro 3. On their website they described their glasses as lightweight, 88 grams pair of glasses with a 4K display and 52-degree field of view, finally making it possible for those with visual impairments to connect with loved ones and others without having to use a big clunky machine. or removable visual prosthetic helps the visual impaired see again while keeping their hands free. And people can already request a demo on their website. I think it's interesting that lately I see a lot of movement in the AR industry. I even tried a working prototype that looked a little like these glasses. It displayed my phone screen in front of me, which in its core worked well. But as this was a prototype, there's not much info to share yet. But I do get the feeling that we're getting really close to seeing more mainstream AR glasses, and I'm excited for it. Even the army has invested in AR. On our Discord, this video was posted about futuristic AR glasses being developed for the US Army, called the IVAs. These are glasses based on Microsoft's HoloLens and allow soldiers to see an augmented terrain map and overhead compass in real time. Soldiers can see through smoke and dark areas, and the cameras even allow them to peek around a corner, amongst other features that I thought only existed in games. This was a very cool watch, so special thanks to the Emperor's Wrath for posting this. If you want to see this video, I put a link below, and if you want to give suggestions for Update Friday as well, then I welcome you to our Discord. The link of that is below as well. Okay, today I don't have many upcoming VR game news, but I do have something to keep you busy if you don't already have enough to play during the holidays. Steam has a winter sale going on now until January 5th with again some excellent VR titles. On this page you can find all the VR titles, and I already see a couple of good ones like Until You Fall, Fallout 4 VR, Skyrim VR, and I don't know what this is, but it looks interesting. And I love The Forest in multiplayer, and No Man's Sky was our last year's addiction too. So enough titles to choose from. Oculus also has a holiday sale going on, but it runs only until the 27th, so definitely check the store out before this date to see if there's anything that you've been wanting to buy. But I'll put the link of both sales down below so you can check it out yourself. And that's it for today's Update Friday. I hope you enjoyed it once again. So our live stream tonight has been cancelled because we need some quality time during Christmas, but we'll be back next week with fresh videos and streams. But if you do have some time left, you can support us by watching more. Happy holidays, and a special thanks go to all our champions, especially these patrons down below, and as always, VR on.